Today is January 5th, day 5 of my quest to do something every day to make my blog easier to use or improve it in some way. And I thought I would share the action steps I took for days 4 and day 5 in this video. Just to recap, my actions so far, day 1, I installed this really nice toolbar on the bottom that makes it easier to connect with me on the social networks and interact with my site. Lots of cool features. Day 2, I did a review of my blog to figure out what wasn't working and what I could improve. And so then day 3, I submitted my blog to some blog directories that I wasn't listed in yet. And for day 4, I went back to what I had started in my review to work on implementing some of those changes. So one thing that I had mentioned was it was really hard to find where to contact me. Now I've got a Contact Us tab up here that you click. It gives you a form and it submits it straight to my help desk, and you get an auto response letting you know I got your email. So that is hopefully a much quicker, easier way to get in touch with me. And then I started working on this navigation bar here. If you've been to my site, you probably remember that before these were my blog categories, and there was a bunch of drop downs. It was just kind of confusing where to go to find anything specific. So what I did was I sat down and I thought about what were the main topics that I share about on my blog and that I can help my visitors with. And I came up with working at home, juggling everything, websites, blogging, marketing, simpler systems, and inspiration. And what I'm working on now is setting up a page for each of these. So instead of when you click on one of these topics going to a page that's just my most recent blog post in chronological order, you get a page that kind of helps guide you towards the best resources on my site for that topic. This needs some work, needs some graphics, some little fancier formatting here, but I got something together and went ahead and made it live. And this one for inspiration goes to favorite inspirational quotes, a link to where to find the inspirational blog posts, and my inspirational calendar that I offer free. Before, that was kind of hiding under resources, which also had just a whole huge drop down there, so it was kind of hard to find anything. So now when you click inspiration, you get a page that directs you to some resources instead of getting this, which is what you got before. When you clicked on inspiration, it took you to my blog post, which this page is long and kind of confusing and, might not be what someone is looking for. So instead now, they get a page which directs them to the different resources I offer. And I'm doing the same thing with these other pages. When you click on blogging, instead of getting my most recent posts about blogging, you get some of my most popular posts, links to how-to videos about blogging that I've done, and of course I had to promote the Ultimate Blog Challenge with some info there. And I can continue building on this and link by category and make it a little easier to find everything, but this is better than it was before. Before, you would have gotten this page, which was just an archive of my most recent blog posts about blogging. So if you wanted to find something specific, well, good luck. You would have had to scroll down a ways, and who knows if you would have found what you were looking for. So instead, by setting up this page where I can direct people to different resources for it on my site, it's easy to find my how-to videos, some of my more popular posts on blogging, and I can continue building on this to make it easier to find resources about that topic. So that's what I'm working on here, is to get those set up just to help people find their way around my site. And then for today, day 5, what I did was to redesign my header graphic. This is my old graphic, which I wasn't crazy about that picture, so I had to replace that. And then there's just a lot of text on here. It's kind of overwhelming, the amount of text. This is stuff that is, I think, interesting about me, but would be better on my About Me page, so I'm moving it there. And then this tagline is really long, so I've changed it to just simplifying online business chaos, and then the topics I talk about the most. That way you can tell immediately when you land on my site and look at the header that that's what you're going to find here. And of course I had to throw a cup of coffee and some coffee beans on there, some coffee rings, because anyone who's met me knows that's a kind of obsession in my life. So those are some things that I changed in the header to make it reflect me a little more.